These are so much better than the ones in the oven. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Richie and this is History Kitchen, where we talk about the history of food and answer the question, where does our food come from? So if you're into that sort of thing, please hit the subscribe button down below. And let's get started. You've probably heard your uncle boast about how he can cook fries with ease in his new air fryer, or your friends talk at length about baking cookies in this machine. They are essentially miniature convection ovens that work by heating up the air inside of a chamber that cooks your food. And the main selling point of these machines is that it makes your food nice and crisp without using that much oil. But does it really work? Before we get into all that, let's talk about its predecessors and who invented these crazy contraptions. This is History Kitchen. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of America, once famously declared, "Wine is the constant proof that God loves us and wants to see us happy." So last December I had a few glasses of wine and ordered myself an air fryer from Amazon. Oh yeah, that's a chunky boy. And then I started to question my purchase. Was it worth the money? Is it any different from me using a frying pan or throwing stuff into the oven? I suppose you could also make the argument, what's the difference between a blender and a cutting board and a knife? That, my friends, would be convenience. Kitchen appliances are not a new feature of the household. We have dishwashers, microwaves, food processors, and convection ovens, all to make our lives a little easier. Chances are you already have a machine that's similar to an air fryer. Essentially, they are miniature convection ovens or fan-assisted ovens. However, they weren't always an integral part of the kitchen. In fact, the modern-day convection oven wasn't invented until 1945. The modern-day convection oven was invented in 1945, but didn't go fully commercial in America until the 1960s. Of course, these newfangled convection ovens weren't cheap. However, every home had to have one. American culture was rapidly changing during that time as the country was experiencing an economic boom after World War II. At that time, the US was dominating manufacturing. This led to more jobs, wealth, and an increase in consumerism. This allowed people to furnish their homes with the latest technology and kitchen equipment. But what was the attraction of these new ovens? They could do the job 25% faster than a conventional oven, and they were more energy efficient than its predecessor. Originally, convection ovens or fan-assisted ovens were used mainly on commercial flights, in airplanes. The transition from conventional ovens to fan-assisted ovens was mostly due to innovation and affordability. If people could afford them, then why not buy the latest kitchen appliance? Now skipping forward a few decades to 2010, the height of pop culture. This is when we see the first air fryer by the Dutch corporation Philips. However, the product was in development since 2005. The idea was to enable you to cook your favorite fried foods in a healthier fashion. The first model was able to cook fries with about 80% less fat than deep frying potatoes. If we break it down, an air fryer isn't necessarily frying foods in the sense that we're not cooking food in oil. However, it does produce a similar result as it crisps the outer portion of your food. As someone who loves frying food, I can appreciate that hot oil smells, and the air fryer produces far less odors and vapors than a traditional frying basket. And I think that's something to definitely consider when you're buying one. Now at this point the machine costs quite a bit. Watching some reviews from 2010, it looks like the average price was around £200 or around $250 in 2010. I bought mine for 45 pounds, so that's about $60 in 2020. Now let's get to the million-dollar question. How the heck does it work? Essentially, an air fryer heats the air inside of a chamber and uses a fan that pulls the air upwards and around the inside of the machine, and the air is again circulated up through your food. The hot air is circulated inside the chamber in a convection current, which distributes the heat evenly throughout your food. This is the same principle as a convection oven or a fan-assisted oven. So then, why would I get an air fryer if I have an oven and it already does the job? Does it though? Let's go to the kitchen and have some fries. Come on, let's go. Okay everybody, we're going to be making some fries. I'm going to be comparing fries that I've baked in the oven and fries that I've prepared in the air fryer. I'm going to be cooking 200 grams of frozen French fries straight out of the bag. I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees Celsius as instructed by the bag. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, so if any nerds out there want to help me with that, leave it in the comments. I've also set up a stopwatch on the side just to see how long it would take for the oven to preheat. Now I'm just going to place my fries onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Okay, my oven is now up to temperature, and it took just around 9 minutes for my oven to preheat. Now I'm just going to pop them into the oven and let them bake. The instructions on the bag says to bake them for around 25 minutes or until golden brown. So in total it took me about 35 minutes from the fries to go from frozen to ready to eat. Now let's eat. Okay, so these are just your standard fries straight out of the oven. You can tell that they're nice and crispy. And of course we're gonna do the taste test. Yeah, they're your normal fries. I suppose the important part is the amount of time that it's taken to cook these. Okay, now let's make some air-fried French fries. Okay, so now I'm measuring out another 200 grams of French fries. Wow, I'm actually getting pretty good at that. Now I'm just gonna throw them directly into the air fryer basket. Give them a little shake, and in they go. Something that I've noticed when cooking with the air fryer is that you can actually drop the temperature by at least 20 degrees than what is listed on the instructions. I've noticed that this actually cooks your food better without risking burning your food. Does this mean it's more energy efficient? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really am curious, because I don't know. Okay, I have the fries that came out of the air fryer. On the bag, it says that you need to turn them halfway through the 24 minutes. So I opened up the air fryer and they actually looked really nice. They looked nice and golden brown. So I thought, you know what? I think these actually might be done. And it only took about 15 minutes to make these, from the sounds of it. These fries sound pretty crispy. So let's just give it a taste. They're actually pretty good. Well, I mean, they're your standard fries, but they are pretty crispy. Nice and hot, nice and fluffy in the middle. These are so much better than the ones in the oven. Just kidding. What I think is impressive about these is that they take a lot less time than what they would in the fan oven. So it was about a 15-minute cook, which is really nice. So if you're busy at home and you want some fries or you want to throw your lunch in there, it's a lot more convenient than preheating the oven, getting everything set up, and all you have to do is just switch on the air fryer and you're good to go. Whew. Now that was fun. Oh my gosh. That was a lot of food. I'm gonna have to re-gloss. Well, from the looks of it, I can cook food that I would be able to prepare in a traditional frying basket with substantially less fat. And I can prepare food that I could prepare in an oven in less time. I suppose you'd have to experiment with the air fryer to really push its limits. And I have seen some videos of people cooking full-on roast dinners in an air fryer. So you might as well just do a search and find all these cool recipes. I know that there's an air fryer community on YouTube, and come on, please let me join. Okay, so it can cook fries. Yes, but you can also make nuggets, quesadillas. I posted on my Instagram about how I reheated my pizza, and trust me, it was delicious. Lastly, you can actually bake. I placed some pain au chocolat onto some parchment paper and was able to cook them thoroughly. This would be great for someone who doesn't have a lot of space to work with, or if you don't want to make a ton of pastries all at once. So to answer the question, would I recommend an air fryer? Yes. It's another tool in my kitchen to help me cook good food. It is the future! Now, do I expect you to go out and buy one? No. Ultimately, it's your choice. However, I will say that I'm definitely happy with my air fryer. Hold me in your arms. Please, air fryer community, let me join. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you found this video useful and informative, and it helps you decide whether or not you want to buy an air fryer for yourself. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are going to buy an air fryer or if you're not, and if you already have an air fryer, let me know in the comment section down below what types of recipes you like to cook. And yeah, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more history and more food, and I will see you next time. Bye! This is History Kitchen.